Hello, welcome back to our channel. And my name is Barbara Chimoli again. Um, Thank you very much, our viewers, for the responses we've had so far. They're really positive, and I agree with you that this is a kind of a stigma we have that we have not addressed pain properly, maybe in church and not only in church, in our communities. Not everybody goes to church, so in our communities, maybe faith, where we meet um, in our different faiths, or where we meet in communities where we support our young people. Um, until the reaction has gone beyond our expectation, that maybe we consider going to hospital, um, in a mental health department or anywhere, because something unique has happened to the child, to the young person, or to an adult, and something could have been addressed earlier and we did not. The reason why we are emphasizing on childhood pain is that it follows you wherever you go. If I may ask you, there is that lovely child within you who remembers where you were. Psychologists believe that, or they researched and they believe that from the age of 2, a child can remember every little thing that could have happened. So what happens between age 2 to age 9 of a child can destroy the rest of their lives until the age of 80, when they're almost going away. And if this pain is not handled properly, you will see as we continue to discuss that things can really happen and it affects our relationships. Childhood pain can be defined from different angles, and these include the emotional, the psychological, the physical suffering experienced during childhood years. And this can stem from a variety of sources, including trauma, abuse, neglect, loss, rejection, bullying, or witnessing a conflict or violence. The pain experienced in childhood is deeply formative, shaping the child's worldview, emotional response, and future relationships. I promised I would define that. So, from what we're saying is that, what I can say is that if you're created and you're alive, at some point, at some level, all of us have been wounded at some point. It may not have been a childhood. Some children grow up really happy and nothing happened in their childhood, and they meet these challenges out when they're grown. Maybe because they were not prepared enough to face such challenges. But at one point, if you haven't gone through it, or if you haven't had any pain in your life, but even when a safety pin, like a pin, goes to your skin, a paper can cut that is pain. So at some point, each one of us has had pain, but the pain varies. And this brings me to the point of a culture, We have cultures. I'm speaking to people from all over the world. And the cultures we grow in, the culture shapes the families we grow in. And those families have a way they handle pain. Some would manage conflict in a different way from different family to different family. Others would use guilt or shame to handle pain. And we've had so many cases when you're growing in a family, you're growing wherever you're growing, your real parents or your the adult that is looking after you, you could grow up, for example, being shameful. That whatever you did in that house could not please anyone in that house. So they started calling you names. They started calling you a failure. Those words stick closer and they stick in your head for a long time. So the culture we have grown in has shaped our families, and those families we grow in shaped how we think, how we see ourselves, how we respond to different people. Hey, so you see someone, you speak to somebody and they'll say, don't disturb me, when you have not done anything to them, when you think it's a good conversation, you should, But that person does not know how to respond to a kind person. This happens in marriage. A woman goes to a husband who's kind, who's loving. And what the woman does is, because she doesn't know how to respond to love or kindness, she would always be in her cocoon. And if you look at it and if you really analyzed it, you would know that this person is not by themselves. You would know that something has really is triggering this thing. So what do we do as Christians, or as people of faith, or as there is a solution to everything. One thing, like I mentioned earlier, is that we have all gone through pain. There is no denial on that. But there is also something you have accepted as a person. And that is going to be our main focus. As a person, I know there is self-pity. There is a feeling of failure. There is denial that something never happened to me, or I'll push it away. As you push it away, it comes back in your head and say, I didn't remember I went through this. Oh my goodness, look at me again. And it is there. And it is there, and you have no solution to it because you keep on denying it. Like I said earlier yesterday, is let us recognize our history. Let us trace back. I'm not talking about people who are not in pain. No.